Hi, it's Caitlin and I'm here with my September HHC swatch video. This is a really exciting month because there are some beautiful polishes that I absolutely am certain will be making it into my favorites of 2023 list. The shop for HHC will open on September 14th and you can purchase polishes through the 21st. I will link the specifics down in the description as well, obviously, as a link to the shop. And there is a product that I just want to talk about now. It is the Red Eyed Lacquer Tamesy's Smoothing Hair Oil. It is in the scent Time After Time, and let me tell you, this smells absolutely incredible. It is like the most beautiful florally, but also kind of like candy scent. It's honestly beautiful, and it's like the most beautiful hair oil. So I applied it yesterday after I got out of the shower, just the tiniest amount because I have very fine hair, and I don't know, it's the next day and I think my hair is looking smooth and no flyaways. It's just a really nice hair oil. It has jojoba oil, kukui, nut oil, argan oil, coconut oil, grapeseed, sweet almond oil, and then fragrance, which is skin safe. And I think it's a beautiful product. I've also been using it on my cuticles because it does have jojoba oil, which is perfect for nails. It absorbs quickly, it's not greasy. So I love a double duty product. And that will be available in the HHC shop along with the Red Eyed Lacquer polish, which is in my video. So let's get into the polishes.
First up, we have Bee's Knees Lacquer Little Bird, and this one is described as a white sister to Dumicorn with the same green to aqua to purple shimmer. And this one is inspired by the book Belladonna. So this polish, as you can see, is loaded with shimmer, and it does go on very evenly and smoothly on that first coat. But if you want a more opaque look, you will definitely want to build this up in 3 coats. If you're a fan of Dumicorn, then you will absolutely love this polish. I am definitely a team Dumicorn enthusiast, and so I'm always happy to add a new sibling to my collection, and I do love white shimmery polishes like this. This one is absolutely gorgeous, as you can probably already see, but it is even shiftier than what it looks like right now, and you'll see that in a second. When you build this one up in 3 coats, it's pretty much opaque. I obviously barely have any free edge, so it's kind of hard to judge, but it does provide very good coverage in 3 coats, and you will want glossy top coat to just brighten everything up and make it as shiny as possible. And as you can see here, this one is already shifting around very easily under my swatch lights. And here you can see that at more extreme angles, it almost has a pinky purpley look. That could just be my natural nail bed, but it's definitely highlighting that for me. And then more green and blue and aqua when you bring it in different lighting. This one is just so beautiful, and I'm always here for shimmery white polishes like this one. It's beautiful, it's not too frosty or pearly, it's just perfect. Next up, we have Red Eyed Lacquer, and this one is called Aster All, and this is a beautiful purple crelly with green to gold shifting shimmer, and it is also apparently a sibling to a polish called Old Days, which was a polish and beauty expo. This one is also incredibly shimmery, as you will see shortly, and I'm so happy to be sharing Red Eyed Lacquer polishes with you because I love the brand and I love their polishes. So Aster All has a fantastic formula. It is very shimmery, and I actually thought it covered well in 2 coats because there is so much shimmer in the polish that it actually distracts from any nail line. It dries down just a little bit duller than when you apply it, so you definitely want glossy top coat to maximize the sparkle. And with the pigment in this, the shimmer is a little bit twinkly and sparkly, which I absolutely love. Under my swatch lights, it's looking predominantly gold, but you can see here it definitely has a green shift to it. And it also kind of looks blue at more extreme angles, maybe because of the purple base color. Anyway, that was supposed to be at any rate, but it came out confused. And this one is just super shimmery. Also on my skin tone, it almost kind of looks like a neutral. It's just a really interesting polish that is very entertaining to watch shift around. As you can see in the sun, it's got a bit of a sparkle to it from the shimmer. It looks beautiful in pretty much any lighting you catch it in. Here we have Sassy Sauce Don't Harsh My Mellow, and this one is part of their shoe series, and this one's inspired by a groovy shoe in particular. And this one is described as a magenta base with large particle copper to gold to green shimmer and blue to violet ghost flakies. This one is a pink lover's dream. It is so pink. It's described as a magenta base, but maybe I don't know what magenta is. To me, this is like pretty much a hot pink. And there's a lot going on in here, so I was happy with it in 2 coats. It does dry down a bit dull because of all the flakes and shimmer in there, but 1 layer of top coat smooths everything out, and it won't be difficult to remove. Everything in there is easy to remove. I personally love the way that the blue-violet flakes interact with the pink base color. It's just a beautiful contrast, and I just love a hot, bright pink. This one is so pretty. Sassy Sauce always does an amazing job with their polishes, and this one is no exception. I love the orangey shift at more extreme angles. It really complements the pink. And I was really impressed with this one in 2 coats. It has great coverage, but it still looks kind of squishy and transparent, and it is just so much fun. Continuing with Sassy Sauce, they have a Halloween duo this month, and it comes in this adorable little package. First up is Cranky Frankie, and it is a raisin-toned jelly base with an eerie golden green blue shifty glow. The duo is sold together, so you can't buy the polishes separately, but the good news is that they are both absolutely perfection. This one starts off sheer, as you can see, but it is going to build up very nicely and very quickly. I think the name of this polish is actually so adorable, and the polish itself is absolutely beautiful. It's so interesting because the base color and the shimmer interact to create this kind of murky look, but it's very retro to me in a really cool sort of 90s way, and the fantastic formula just makes it so easy to work with. I left it in 2 coats, but I think 3 might be better for most people if you have any sort of free edge, but it looks beautiful in 2. And of course, I'm going to recommend glossy top coat just to finish everything off. And this one is going to be way more than meets the eye. So it has this really interesting green shift that also is a bit blue, and then at extreme angles it kind of looks purple. It's got a very bruised skin look to it, which I have a feeling a lot of you will like. It's very unique, and the shimmer pigment is also very sparkly, so in the sunshine it catches the light very beautifully, and it's perfect for anyone who loves greens. It's sort of an olivey tone. It's just really cool. And the other half of the Halloween duo is called It's Alive. And this one I fell in love with the minute I saw it in the bottle, but fell even more in love with it when I put it on my nail. It's described as a cloudy blue violet glowing shimmer packed with red to black shifting flakes, and then at certain angles it appears to be blue, but they're just messing with you because there's actually no blue flakes in there, but it kind of looks like it. So that is very spooky when nail polish is trying to trick you. This one is definitely sheer on that first coat, but it is going to build up very nicely and easily. The formula is so easy to work with, and I just can't express how much I love this polish. It is easily one of my favorite polishes that I've tried in a long time, and it's just got this electric energy to it, which is perfect because it's, I guess, inspired by Frankenstein, and it's super glowy. I love the tiny little flakes in there, and everything is just perfect together. So I do recommend this one in 3 coats if you want as much of an opaque look as possible. And of course it does dry down a tiny bit dull. I think you could wear this one matte, but I'm team glossy, so it's getting a glossy top coat, and you've got to wait for this one to see the full hand shot and get the full 360 effect of these flakes and shimmer pigments. It's just phenomenal. So this would definitely fall into the ghostly category. You get that ghostly glow. It kind of disappears off your nail at certain angles, but then the shimmer hits. You've got a pinky shift to it and then a bluey shift to it, but it's also kind of purple. It looks a bit frosty and pearly in some lighting, and then another lighting it's just this electric blue shimmer that's catching your attention. So this one is just amazing. I want you to pick up the duo because they're both beautiful, but this one is definitely stealing the show for me. But thankfully Cranky Frankie is still worthy of lots of love. It's just a great duo, and I love Halloween, so thank you Sassy Sauce for making these polishes. And here we have Paint It Pretty Polish, Where's the Kaboom? And this one is a continuation of their Looney Tunes series. It's inspired by Marvin the Martian. And this one is a bright green based polish with bright sparkly shimmers that shift red and gold and green. And this one has a fantastic formula. I really like the squishy jelly shimmer moment that Paint It Pretty Polish is having with her Looney Tunes series for HHC. I think this might be the 3rd or 4th. We've had a yellow for sure. Or is that it? Maybe I'm spoiling October. I will stop talking. But anyway, I really like this green. It is definitely sort of that primary green, but then in some angles it gives a little more of a tealy turquoise look to it. So it's really unique, and I love the shimmer in here. It is very sparkly. It's beautiful in the sun and pretty much beautiful in any lighting. So I will recommend this one in 3 coats, and definitely you want a good glossy top coat on there just to seal the deal and also make it as sparkly as possible. It dries down a tiny bit dull. And you can see the shift already in the shimmer. It's golden, it's a little bit pink, It's definitely got green at more extreme angles. It really glows at those extreme angles. And I'm a big fan of this polish. If you like greens, I definitely recommend it. It is a beautiful polish. As you can see here in the sun, it's super sparkly.
I actually think all of these polishes are kind of my favorite, which is not helpful, but I genuinely would recommend all of them. The Bee's Knees lacquer is beautiful. I love a white polish, but I love the green shimmer in this one. It's just different than a lot of the other white shimmers I've been seeing over the past year. They often feature like a more blue or pinky orange shift to it, but this is green and it is so pretty. The Red Eyed lacquer is like ridiculously shifty. It's also really pretty on my skin tone. It's kind of like almost like a neutral polish, and I just really, really liked it, along with the Tamesy Smoothing Hair Oil. I love that. Oh my, and where do I begin with the Sassy Sauce? I think the duo is perfection. The green polish is giving like 90s in the best possible way. Like it's reminding of like a streetwear nail polish, if anyone remembers those. And the blue one is maybe one of my favorite polishes so far this year. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so pretty. So let me know in the comments if you're planning on picking any of these up. Let me know what else is on your wish list. I, like every month, pick up the Nailed It. This month is no exception. It's like got blue shimmer and I'm obsessed with blue shimmer. So I will definitely be picking that one up. And I guess that's it for this video. So have a great day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye.